Hello and welcome to the GameCola podcast. I'm Michael Ridgaway. I do the Quantum Geek article for GameCola.
I'm Nathaniel Hoover. I do staff reviews.
I'm Michael Gray. I write Inside the Guide and 10 Reasons. Ooh.
I am Zach Rich. I write reviews. I'm trying to write something else, but I never have time to do it, and I'm enjoying this wonderful cake I'm eating right now.
And when I said staff reviews, I meant I actually review the staff, so all of these guys have passed my quality assurance test.
Anyway, tonight we are going to be talking about Mega Man. Why we love him, why we hate him, our favorite games.
Whoa, wait a second. Why we hate him? Since when was this part of the program? I didn't sign up for this.
I hate him.
I think it would be more interesting, if we had someone saying, well, I think Mega Man is a flawed game and this is why. In an intelligent manner, not just, flaming us.
As an 18-year-old boy who did not grow up playing Mega Man, I can safely say that these games are too hard for my fragile little teenage mind.
Alright.
Actually, a little bit of GameCola history for you people. I was the one who was originally supposed to do the Mega Man 9 review. However, after receiving the game and playing through it for 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, but more like 5 hours, and realizing I couldn't beat any of the stages, I gave up and started crying.
See, when I play games like that, maybe it's because I played them as a kid, and I've kind of built up a callus to the frustration. I do really poorly for about 2 hours or so, and after that, I kind of just hit this groove where suddenly I start making all the jumps and my shots hit and I can dodge the boss's weapons and I'm fine.
I have beaten, what's his name? Galaxy Man, I think?
Oh, Galaxy Man's a punk. Anyone can beat Galaxy Man.
Yes, that's the only one I've managed to beat. Though I'm still trying. Just not as much.
Well, this can be our first topic.
I have free time. So.
This can be our first topic, how delightfully hard and tedious the Mega Man games are. I mean,
they're very hard.
They are. I heard one guy describe Mega Man 9 coming out as he never looked forward so much to being enraged. Because that's what they do.
Stop and make a joke here about Mega Man 2. Woodman, is he hard?
Boo!
Boo! Boo this geeks. Man! No, they throw like the.
Man, I stopped fucking open this. Man, I'm so whipped.
What?
Whipped to the cola. That didn't come out right.
Can we go back to that joke about Woodman? I like that one better.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, there's a lot of... I noticed while I was playing the game, there are a lot of, I don't know, innuendos, I guess you could say.
Are you about to ruin my childhood? Watch it.
So, well, Nathaniel, I guess you are our resident Mega Man expert.
It seems.
Yes, apparently. You and Mateo, but he's not here. So...
I can beat Mateo. I can totally beat Mateo right now. Mateo X, a man born both of science and God, coming down to the earth to be insulted again and again and again in the same themes of his writing, with run-on sentences and capital words and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de. And
That's
then
uncanny.
I love reviews, and I give them 10s.
So Nathaniel, what to
that
you
one's
is
for you, Mateo.
What is the quintessence of Mega Man? I'm using the SAT words here.
Yes. For me, Mega Man is all about the platforming goodness, the solid challenge. I know that Zach's already complained about the difficulty, but really it's one of those games where if you practice it, you do get better. You do start to overcome. And I love the weapons because most games like Super Mario Brothers, you get a jump and you get a fireball and maybe a feather, and it's the same weapons throughout the entire game and for a couple of the series as well. Mega Man's got a totally different array of weapons every single game, always keeps it fresh, always keeps it different. And the music is generally pretty fantastic, as anyone who's ever been to OC Remix can attest to. There's plenty of stuff out there.
Damn
You know who has better music than Mega Man?
Diddy Kong Racing?
Mega Man 2?
Diddy Kong Racing.
See, that's just not true. So, well, Nathaniel, you mentioned so So you mentioned the just general quality of the platforming, the fact that it presents a good challenge and that you enjoy the weapons. Is there anything about the series that you feel detracts from it?
Well, there's the eternal argument that after you've played one game, you've played all of the games. But realistically, it's like playing a fighting game. You fight people. That's what you do. And if the next game you fight people, there's no reason to complain about it. It's what you're signing up for. And with Mega Man, I think they really established the basis of what it is. It's you choose a boss from a whole bunch of different bosses, go through the game whatever order you want, and then pick up some weapons and blow stuff up. That's great. That's fine. They don't need to reinvent the wheel every single time. But there are some things, for example, the final boss of Mega Man 4 through 8 is identical. There might be slight variations of it, but it's like, we like this one final boss, and we're just going to use it forever. So Capcom was really good about being really creative with something, and then beating the horse to death.
Yeah, I agree. And my problem with Mega Man is that I love playing through the 8 Robot Masters, figuring out the best way to go through them and doing all the individual stages. And then when it gets to Wily's Castle, more often than not, if I've played the game through a few times before, I'll just be like, meh, I know what happens. I go through, I beat Wily. I mean, for me, beating the Robot Masters is really the key part of the game. Wily can just go screw.
Well, I mean, that's one thing that I think would be really neat to see in future games, should they continue to milk this precious cash cow, is to have some more variation after the initial 8 Robot Masters. They've done it a couple of times, like 1 or 2 levels. They'll have multiple paths you can take through, go right instead of up. But, if they really cranked it up.
That's innovation right there. Branching pathways.
I can't tell you how many days they had to think about that one.
Well, Michael Gray, I know you've been playing through all the Mega Mans recently, and I guess we'll post a link to the videos you've taken showing your triumphs and defeats. I think it's mainly defeats.
Go, Michael, talk.
I will. I can be really specific because, as
okay,
you said,
now you're
I
boring. This is so
What?
stupid. Why are we talking about this? This is so dumb.
I didn't finish my sentence, bro.
Michael picks the strangest topics. You know what? Let's just talk about Heroes, because Heroes is so much better than Mega Man.
Hey, Michael, do you know where the button is to drop Zach from the conversation? Because if I hear Heroes one more time, I might be
Who
tempted.
else was mad that Daphne was killed this week? Yeah,
Who?
Daphne died.
You're the Crickets?
Yeah.
Nobody.
You mean like
died.
Scooby-Doo? What? I don't watch Heroes.
You know what? You guys might not, but the GameCola faithful, they do. They do.
Mm-hmm. The game full of faith.
Expect every single one of you to comment in the comments about how much you hate the fact that every single character introduced in the 3rd volume is now dead. Because it just drives me insane.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Michael, you still there?
Yeah, I'm alive.
So tell us about your glorious exploits.
Glorious exploits. Yay.
I've seen them.
You're like
I actually watched through, but believe it or not, I actually watched through over the course of a couple of lunches your entire foray through the original Mega Man, and it was interesting to watch. Because I'm only used to seeing myself fall down pits and explode, not so much other people.
Yeah, I can be particularly specific about this because I just replayed it and I've got all the video footage. It took me an hour and a half to beat the first Mega Man, and about an hour and 45 minutes to beat the second one. I died 72 times on the first Mega Man and 69 times on the second one.
Loser.
Hey, that's
I kept the
improvement,
death
man.
count. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's... I guess that's a testament to how hard those games are.
This topic bores me.
Well, then you don't need to comment on it.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what's
It's part of-
the best one that you've played so far, and what's the worst? Like, what are your impressions of the games that you've been playing them so in close succession?
Mega Man Extreme on the GBAC.
What?
In fact, I've got those sitting right here next to me. Or at least I did. I have the second one. With this nice, shiny, translucent, clairvoyant case that only the GBC games that you could only play on the GBC had. And it's so cool. And Zero's on the front, and Capcom's on the front, and there's the official Nintendo seal of quality, and this is just so cool.
Have you ever played it?
It's like a party in my mouth, and everyone's invited.
It's like there's a party in my pants, but nobody's invited. Especially not any of you.
Well, that means
I
you're
decline the
masturbating.
invitation anyhow. So, Mike, you were starting to say.
Mega Man 3? Oh my goodness. I died all the time. I do not like Mega Man 3.
Pussy.
I'm actually with you. Mega Man 3 is one of my least favorites in the series.
Pussy.
There's a lot of stuff that goes with it, but I don't know. The enemies were some of the most obnoxious. You had to be super patient, wait for them to get in the right position to shoot at them, or wait for them to put down their guard. The weapons, a lot of them were very lousy. I have to think so.
I did not understand the plot of the game, too. There's this character in pink I kept referring to as Mega Girl, and it turned out to be Proto Man.
Yes.
Yeah, at the very end, I'm like, what? I don't know what's going on
See,
anymore.
the instruction manual is helpful. This is the part where, like, the intro to the game where you're sitting and listening to that great music would benefit from having, like, actual dialogue and stuff. Because apparently Mega Man's sent to outer space or something, like these different planets to pick up minerals to make this peacekeeping robot Gamma. And it just... It's not there. You don't see it. All of a sudden, halfway through the game, it's like, oh no, Gamma's taken. You're like, who? What?
What? Proto Man? Oh, Mega Girl's now Proto Man. I was like, oh, she had a sex change.
So what'd you think of 1 and 2?
1 and 2 are okay. 2 is a lot better than 1.
Yeah, it made some good improvements on it.
I like the fighting all the 8 robots in a row, but rather than like they did in number 1, you actually get a full little yellow thing to refill your health after each kill, which is nice. It makes it so you can actually beat the challenge. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I noticed you had to reload quite a few times at the end of Mega Man 1 there in the boss battle gauntlet.
Yeah.
No, it is. You fight 4 boss battles, one after another.
Face the gauntlet.
You'll notice on the Mega Man 3, if I get it up, whatever you call it, the yellow boss, the one with the one eye who moves
the
back
yellow
and
devil
forth across the room.
Yep.
SpongeBob?
Yep.
Yeah, SpongeBob. No, I
the
mentioned
yellow
SpongeBob.
devil.
He's a Mega
That's what
Man.
they call him.
I just do abuse with the emulator.
Yeah.
If he was too tough, I'm like, screw it, I'm just going to do abuse with the emulator, and it still took me like 15 minutes to kill him.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
Okay, maybe
He's tough. He's
more
tough.
like 7. But still.
And I don't think he really has a weakness. Wait, he probably has some weakness.
It's hard knuckle.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I know it's the hard knuckle, but still, that doesn't do much, because the hard knuckle is hard to fire, so you can't get off like more than one shot per round.
Well, I mean, that's
You
all you
basically
pretty much
got
do
to
with
fire
Mega
it
Buster.
before his eye shows up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Got to plan ahead.
Yeah. You know what else you have to plan ahead for?
what? Your mom.
GameCola podcast recordings. Heyo!
What was I going to say? I can remember. No, I was just about to pick up on the word planning. I'm like, planning is important, but I kind of noticed in like game number 4 or so, or game number 3, if you try to beat the bosses out of order,
You'll die.
You will.
Yeah.
You ever
it's
tried doing
impossible.
Shadow Man first?
If you try doing Needleman first, that's what I did.
I did Snake
Try doing
Man.
Penis
He's
Man.
a little more doable
It
than Shadow
never
Man, I
works.
think, just because you can keep your distance.
Yeah, Shadow Man's
Man
hard.
does
Snake
hiding
Man.
it.
So I know people like to say, oh, I mean, it's a non-linear game, but still, you got to beat them in a certain order, or else you're toast.
True, but there's a certain satisfaction I get from knowing that order and just going through and like, oh, I'm the robot master. I'm gonna beat you, Mega Man. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Gemini. Snakes. And suddenly Gemini Man's dead from snakes.
Yes.
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bubbles
he splits into 2 people. Yeah, no, Gemini Man splits into 2 people. It would be Snakes on a Twain. Oh.
That's clever. That's staying in the podcast.
That's funny.
That is.
It's the first moment Zach has been clever in his whole life.
I think that's the high point of the podcast. Good night, everybody. It's all downhill from here.
I gotta say, one of the things about Mega Man 4 On that I really appreciated is that you, for the most part, you can really take the bosses in just about any order you please. Like Mega Man 1, you could sort of do that. 2 and 3, not so much. But because you actually had the Mega Buster, you could charge up your weapon. You could really, as long as you learn the pattern, take on any of the bosses first.
Yeah.
Except for Ringman.
Just like
he's
that.
impossible.
I can actually do Ringman without getting hit. It's...
You
are a monster.
Michael
You are
Gray's
amazing.
slapping off back there.
No, I'm seriously, Michael, you've inspired me, because I think I might need to go through and record one of my run-throughs one of these times.
I know, his penis size is amazing. Wait, what?
So,
Anybody want to take bets on how many times Zach mentions penis throughout the rest of this podcast?
Hey, who wants to play the GameCola podcast penis game? I'll go first.
Oh, dear.
Hard man.
We got Hard Man, we've got
treading
Wood
on
Man.
my childhood, Gray.
Got,
Watch it.
We don't have. There's no Rubber Man, unfortunately.
Fireman. Now, he should have had like a fireman helmet or something.
Yeah, but then his head wouldn't be on fire. That was awesome.
That's true.
That was awesome, but I don't understand how Iceman beats Fireman. You think it'd be the other way around.
Ice beats fire in Pokemon, as Michael Ridgaway would know.
No, it doesn't. Fire
If you
beats
think
ice.
about it, Iceman really should have been more like Waterman, because electricity, you shock the water, it's dangerous to be in the water, and then water puts out fire. That makes a little more sense.
I mean, sometimes the weapons just don't make sense about why they work on people. I'm trying to think of Mega Man 9. There was something that just didn't seem right at all.
Well, once you get farther away from the elemental bosses, it kind of loses its sensicality. I mean, like, the original Mega Man, you had the rock, paper, scissors thing, rock, Gutsman's rock throwing beats up Gutsman's scissors. I mean, that stuff made sense. The scissors cut the wires for Elecman, so that sort of made sense. But
I never really realized it was rock, paper, scissors.
Not so much. No, it's pretty cool, I think. And then, of course, Fireman, you blow up the bombs, you set them on fire, ignite them, so, yeah. Now,
That makes sense.
Series, the Mega Man X series is one where a lot of the weapons really don't make sense, especially when you get into later games where the boss names, the bosses themselves, just stop making sense. You have bosses like Tornado Tunyon.
Duff McWhalen. The worst boss name ever. Duff McWhalen.
As it turns out, all of the bosses in Mega Man X5, I think it was the guy who
Named
localized
after,
it,
like, Guns N'
decided
Roses.
to name them after Guns N' Roses people.
Which is just the dumbest goddamn thing ever. Because you get Duff McWhalen. And Rose the Red. And Dr. Izzy Glow. What the hell? No! Give me Chill Penguin. Give me Express Ostrich. It's not Express Ostrich. Was it?
Overdrive Ostrich?
Overdrive Ostrich.
How about Boomer Kuwanger, who was supposed to be a cockroach?
Boomer Kuwanger is such a great name. Are we moving from Mega
But
Man
as
to
I
Mega
understand
Man
it, he
X,
was
or?
supposed to be Boomerang Cockroach. They decided that wouldn't be fit for American audiences.
Huh.
So I hear.
I didn't know that. Just because we mentioned Mega Man X, and Mateo mentioned this in his review. Really, Mega Man X, the music, so awesome. So freaking awesome. One of my favorite childhood memories is I was gonna go rent Mega Man 3 for like the umpteenth time, and my dad comes home and says, "Hey Michael, this new Blockbuster's opened up across the street. Do you want to try? Do you want to know see what games they have?" Yeah, I guess so. And we walk in there and they have Mega Man X. I'm like, oh my God, they have Mega Man X! It's so awesome looking, Dad. Can we get this? Can we get this? Can we get this? And
No, son.
And, well, we
Find
get
a girlfriend.
Get
out of my house.
I was all of 18 at the time. Not really. But I take it home, pop it in, and the title screen comes up and it's And you get to the Storm Eagle stage and just all the awesome little metal MIDI
That's
riffs.
a fantastic theme.
It really is. It's and the my ringtone for the past however long I've had a cell phone has been a metal cover of Storm Eagle's music by Power Glove.
Cool.
And it's just it's so awesome. And so that's one of my favorite childhood memories of pertaining to Mega Man is Mega Man X and the music and just how that game elevated the entire series.
Oh, what's funny about Mega Man X, the first game is the whole reason why I didn't get into the series for several years afterwards, because I bought the game, or got it for Christmas or something like that, and I played through it, and I got all the way to the final boss, and I couldn't beat the final boss. This is when I was back in, middle school or high school, something like that. I'm like, I can't beat the final boss. I'm not ever going to make it through this game. And so I just sort of gave up on the entire X series. I didn't buy X2 or X3 and just forgot about it. Several years later, I just, on a whim, go back and play it. I'm like, I beat the final boss. This was not such a big deal. What's going on? And why am I now several years behind and need to pay like $50 more for each of the games for the SNES that I now want to play?
And I failed 8th grade English somehow.
I'm sorry, Zach. I'm really sorry to hear that.
No. Don't play that game with me. I insulted you.
When?
Don't drag my insults back around to me.
That's a burn right there.
That's not right.
Yeah. Want a little ice for that
Snap.
burn?
So have any of you guys played any of the Mega Man series aside from the classic and the X series?
Zero.
Mega Man Extreme.
I've been doing some of the Mega Man ZX. Mega Man
I haven't
Zero.
gotten into those yet.
That was actually a little too hard for me. It was a little too weird. I didn't get into it.
Yeah. Now, Mega Man Zero was probably some of the most difficult performers I've ever played, at least in recent memory. And I think the problem was maybe the translation, because the plot was pretty convoluted to begin with, and it seemed like they did a good job of explaining anything.
I remember when Mega Man Zero came out. I must have been in 9th grade. Oh, that was back when the e-readers existed. I remember those.
I feel like this entire podcast is just us going, I remember that game. It came out in Dickety 6. Back then we had to use the word Dickety because the Kaiser stole our word for 20. No
What?
one gets that Simpsons reference.
Bacon 80. Oh, a Simpsons reference? Do people watch The Simpsons still?
The good Simpsons.
Oh, good. The Simpsons that were around before Mega Man Zero.
Yes, those Simpsons.
I
The
remember
Bart
that.
versus the Space Mutant Simpsons.
Oh, not those games. Those are horrible, horrible
Maybe not
games.
that far back.
So there's Mega Man, the Mega Man Zero series. I played some of the Mega Man ZX series. I think it's the most recent one. I don't know if I enjoyed those. It's an interesting combination of what seems like the old school Mega Man X games and Mega Man Zero. There's some of that kind of RPG element to it, but there's still solid platforming.
You know what I think? Thinking back, you had asked me before about some of the things I didn't like about the series. I'm mostly fine with the classic series. It's my favorite series, but I had some issues with the X and especially the Zero series. The ranking systems that all of a sudden come, I believe it's X5 that comes in, and all of Mega Man Zero. It's like, you went through this entire stage, you almost died once, but you got the snot beaten out of you left and right, but you still ended the level with full health,
I know!
but you get an F-.
That pissed me off so
Congratulations.
much. It's like, I beat the level, I beat the boss, I did a good job, reward me.
Yeah. There's enough satisfaction in simply beating
You don't need to
the
be
level.
told,
don't
well,
need
you beat
to,
the level,
have
barely,
this ranking system.
bitch. It's just like the game giving you the finger after you beat the level. Here's an oft-forgotten Mega Man game. The Mega Man, is it the Adventures or like the 3D RPG one? Mega Man Legends.
Oh, Legends.
I don't think I only played the second one and didn't.
I have actually I played the I have the Nintendo 64 version of that. I keep forgetting I have that, but yes, I have played one, and I quite enjoyed it.
It's definitely weird because there's no Robot Masters. I'm playing it. It's like, when am I going to fight the Robot Masters? Who are these little Lego men? I want new weapons. Let's see. And then what else? What other Mega Man series do we have? The Battle Network.
Doesn't exist.
Never happened.
Doesn't exist.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Mega Man Battle Network
got it.
is the fever
Nope,
dreams
no, you
of a madman imposed on us all. So therefore, it doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like Spider-Man's Brand New Day.
Or Pikmin.
Whoa!
Are you saying Pikmin was bad?
We do not talk that way about
Whoa.
Pikmin.
I'm saying it's the inspired.
Back off, Space Cowboy.
Well, I'm just saying it's the inspired dreams of Madman forced upon us.
Oh,
They're good dreams.
yes.
Battle
Yeah.
Network was a nightmare.
Well, you just said dreams. I'm just saying it's forced upon us by Mr. Shigeru
Shigeru
Miyamoto.
Miyamoto?
Yeah, Shigeru Miyamoto. I know his name. I was pretending.
Miyamoto? I always said
Now
Miyamoto.
that we're talking about kind of favorites and characters,
Not Mega
I guess, favorite.
Yeah, let's get back to Mega Man.
Yeah. Favorite Mega Man characters. Go. Nathaniel Hoover.
Proto Man, of course.
Zach Rich.
Render, Rivers, Enrique. I love Enrique. I love the pirates in the first episode. I most certainly like the part where Rivers go, "Anchors away, pirate scum."
What game is this?
Yeah, those are my favorites. Wait, are we not talking about the Gates of Light?
Yeah, Zach, we want to talk about good games on the podcast.
This isn't even a game.
Sure it is. It's interactive. It's interactive. That makes it a game.
That's true. It's a pick your own adventure, so it's kind of a game.
The easiest game ever,
Yeah.
then.
So, favorite Mega Man character, Zach.
I like Roll when she transforms into the giant robot thing in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because it's cool.
Fair. Michael Gray.
Yeah. Is Roll in any does she do anything in any of the games besides just stand there in the cutscenes at the end of the game?
Not really.
In Marvel vs. Capcom?
She technically runs the store in Mega Man 8, but that doesn't really
not.
count.
Mm-hmm. I liked how Mega Man, they called him Rock in Mega Man 3, or was it 4? Rock and Roll. Haha, haha.
Yep.
I kind of love the fact
in
that
Japan,
all of the
he's
names in
Rockman.
Japanese are based on music, like
Beat, Tango,
Well, you have
Country, hip-hop,
Blues,
yeah,
techno,
blues, treble and bass,
Punk.
indie rock,
or it was bass and
Yep.
treble, and now it was over there. It was
Tap.
like forte and
piano,
maybe I forget.
Treble and Forte.
tuba, and mezzo forte.
No, that was...
Yeah.
Tuba Man. Now that would be an awesome Mega Man bad guy.
He'd introduce us with deadly crescendos.
Well, that's really not
My crescendo beam. It'd be
All right, so favorite Mega Man
Mhm.
game ever, Nathaniel.
4. Definitely 4. I liked it, and I'm actually writing about that for this review this month, is that it polished up all the rough edges from the first 3 games, and it basically set the standard for the rest of the games.
Okay, mine is Mega Man X, actually tied between Mega Man X and Mega Man X2. Zach, favorite Mega Man game?
Extreme 2. Yes, Extreme 2.
Make me cry.
Because the cover art is cool.
What was in the Mega Man Extreme? Was it like just a port or like a remake of the X games for GBA? Was that it?
I don't even know.
It's a little bit of half and half. They basically took some of the bosses from X, some of the bosses from X2, some of the bosses from X3, and smashed them all together, and basically rehashed their stages, added a little bit of new stuff in. 2 was more creative than the first one, but they're really depressing. So says I.
You know what else is depressing?
Your face.
The Vietnam War.
Congratulations,
Michael Gray,
for stopping our podcast
Michael Gray,
once again.
favorite Mega Man game.
I'll say Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 4. I haven't gotten. I'll decide which one of them I like after I start editing Mega Man 4, and I'll be able to see which one I sucked less at, and then I'll say that's the one that's my favorite.
Fair.
Let's all make up our own Mega Man bosses. Yay.
Fire Emu!
Yeah. So if you could make up a Mega Man boss, what would it be? Nathaniel.
I already called it, man. Fire
Emo.
Emu.
Emu. I'll go with Emo Man.
I do fire emo.
Emo Man for me.
He shoots fire out of his wrists.
It's funny because they're cutters.
Thank you for explaining my jokes.
I try. So Zach, is that what you want to do? Fire Emo, or do you want?
I would just throw Wario in the game because anything with Wario in it's good.
Fair. Michael?
Wait, Wario.
Wario.
Why not go with the Franzen Man? Just because I just want to kill him over and over and over again. That would be the only level I'd play.
The stage would just be piss easy too.
He assaults you with deadly reminders
would he
about
be
when
weak
your
against?
article is due and interminably long pick your own adventure stories. We loved you, Paul.
With weird characters. I don't.
All right.
But even though it's Valentine's Day, we don't love you in that way, Paul. Please stop calling us.
Well, from all of us here at the GameCola podcast, my name is Zach Rich.
I'm Nathaniel Hoover.
I'm Michael Gray.
And I'm Mike Ridgaway.
And we wish you a pleasant drive home. Good night, everybody.
Good
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy
Valentine's Day.
We lost him. He's in musical theater major mode again.